Sir, thank you for finally liquidating this stupid company.
Yeah, in hindsight, betting everything on a game that died in a week wasn't a good idea. Thank you for being a part of this company, business guy.
Finally, I can look for another job in this area. You did not. Sir, it hasn't even been 5 minutes. Why are you doing this again?
Again? No. This is a completely different operation. We make the games now.
Yeah! You know, somehow, someway, I always end up going back to these games. Something about a giant corporation appealing to kids by making something relatable to them is just fascinating. Anyways, let's start this video off with an old classic, Cartoon Network Game On. We've played this one before, so... What? What is this? They changed the entire game since I was here last? It's a tycoon now? Okay, so apparently they weren't just satisfied with a normal theme park and had to turn it into a tycoon. However, for what it's worth, this is pretty well modeled. Like, I can tell that there was care put into this. It still has all the climate change stuff from the original version, though. This isn't just about the modern IPs, though. This is about old ones, too, made evident by the Mr. Bean Lost and Found. It's a fetch quest. Okay, so they did keep a lot of stuff from the original, like the dancing minigame. But instead of it being an exploration game, it's now a tycoon, being constantly strung along with objectives. Some of the things you make can also break down with you needing to repair it. In terms of a Cartoon Network game, this kinda fits the bill. I mean, if you wanted a Cartoon Network game on Roblox, this is basically the best you're gonna get. However, not all of the games are gonna be of this quality. So let's just dive right into the good stuff. Oh boy, this totally does not remind me of an incident that happened in Halloween of 2021. Immediately upon loading in, the game has this, like, so retro feel, and then immediately slaps you in the face with AI art. Now it's time for the only thing you do in this game. It's a kitchen burrito building game, where you just drag and drop stuff like that one Club Penguin game, except over and over and over. Can you see how this is repetitive? You need to do it 1,000 times for the hoverboard. Yeah, no, I'm not spending like days on this game. Holy crap. Polo Beach, also known as Go Vacation, if it was absolutely horrible and it had Ralph Lauren branding everywhere. The bicycle minigame just feels like walking, but with super high speed. One of the UGC items actually felt pretty realistic to get, so I decided to do that. First up, we need to do 5 camera quests. Go to random places on the map and take a photo. Sometimes it's super easy and simple as it's right around the place you need to be, and other times you're flying across the entire map trying to find a hidden bridge to locate a secret surfboard. I then spent the next 10 minutes grinding this stupid air minigame because I needed to hit 150 checkpoints. Why couldn't it have just been like, clear 6 courses instead of this? However, against all odds, I did manage to get the free UGC here. That's kind of rare for some of these games. Although these location names make me feel like the people who ran this were narcissists who couldn't think of better names. Like the Ralph Lauren Lookout, the Ralph Lauren Stable, the Ralph Lauren Coffee Trike. Come on, at least try to make it sound like I'm not in some pocket dimension where everything is made by this stupid company. I know a game fam game when I see one. Surprisingly enough, this game has no game passes. All it does is really make me want to see Karate Kid Legends only in theaters May 30. Unsurprisingly, all of the UGC is out of stock, so I guess we can just try to progress through the simulator. It's just spamming left click, get an auto clicker or get carpal tunnel. I talked to this Daniel LaRusso guy, then started punching this training clip, and all of a sudden this trailer for the movie started playing, huh? So I guess your reward here is just clips from the movie? Okay, this game has PvP. It's probably not very good, but I'm not gonna play it long enough to find out. Also, I should watch the Karate Kid Legends movie only in theaters May 30. You know, to find out if Lee wins the championship. The game also had an area completely separate from the simulator. Also, I should watch the Karate Kids Legends movie exclusively in theaters May 30. There's also this pizzeria NPC with dialogue. You know, I should watch the Karate Kid Legends movie only in theaters May 30. You know, to find out what Lee's favorite pizza is. I assume this guy's the main bad guy of the movie, and he's gonna give us some free UGC if it was still in stock. He's also the champion. By the way, I should watch the Karate Kid Legends movie only in theaters May 30. You know, to find out if this guy wins the championship again. Oh, never mind. I am now permanently blind. Yeah, this isn't a teleport. It just soft locks you. Could this be a reference to the hit movie Karate Kid Legends? Well, here we are again at Netflix Nextworld, except this time we're going to be checking out the WWE event. I was a bit confused, because once I made my avatar, I was immediately shown a set of rock, paper, scissors cards. And now it's dressed to impress, apparently. And now we gotta find an opponent. Alright, so I guess this isn't dressed to impress, and this is an actual fighting game, kinda. And my opponent is... Wait, no!
Skippity toilet?
No, Starism, you can only name yourself that in the game. There is no skibbity toilet here.
Aw, man!
Okay, so after a while of playing, I think I understand the system in this game. By playing matches, you can get coins to spend on cards. These cards can either be rock, paper, or scissors and are in a 1 to 4 star system, which determines the range of power that you can get on that card. In the actual lobby, the dress to impress mechanic fills a heartbeat meter. I'll explain that later. In an actual combat scenario, you're given 5 cards from your deck, in a sort of duel fashion. If you win at rock, paper, scissors, you deal damage. If rock, paper, scissors is a tie, then the person with a higher power of a card deals the damage. And if it's the same power and rock, paper, scissors hand, you both take damage. It's normally 3 hits until you're out, but the first time someone gets down, they have like a button mashing prompt that they can do. This is where the dress to impress segment comes in. The better your theming, the easier it is to actually land that skill check. Although it's kinda easy either way, so it doesn't really matter. You can rise the ranks for UGC, but after like 20 minutes of playing, I just decided to call it quits. It's addicting for sure, but kinda bare bones honestly. How to Train Your Dragon has graphics that look good at first glance, but like, once you zoom in on the textures, it just feels kinda off. The game starts off with a cutscene where you tame Toothless, starting with a quick time event, and an actual petting mechanic. Okay, that's interesting. Now, in terms of the actual game, it is literally just dragon adventures. Fly around the place, tame dragons, defeat enemies, etc. This also takes place supposedly like right in the middle of the first movie, as evident by the Red Death stuff. To get the free UGC in this game, you need to get a badge in games like Pull a Friend and Bayside High School. What is this, an event? I would do it if the timer literally didn't have 3 minutes. But But I mean, hey, I just got unlucky. What can you do? Raise a Rainbocorn is this weird cross between Adopt Me and Pet Simulator. Once you get an egg, you gotta do the normal Adopt Me stuff of caring for it by doing specific tasks, all of which involve just clicking on the egg and pressing a button. Yeah, it's not really too engaging now, is it? Then once it hatches and becomes an actual pet, then the Pet Simulator loop happens. Except now you gotta constantly press buttons on your pets to maintain maximum efficiency, alongside your pets having an age meter. It sounds good on paper, but in execution, it's just anti-AFK, really. Sure, you can technically AFK here, but like it's super inefficient. All the UGC is like super monotonous. I wasn't gonna play this simulator for hours, so that was kinda where I stopped. But not before checking out the shop. There's this item called the Cookie Scooter that costs 100,000 rainbow berries. Sounds easy to get, right? Well, not when 8,000 cost 1,000 Robux. Meaning you need to spend hundreds of dollars to get this, or just grind for days on end. Either that or all the Robux purchases are just super not worth it. And based on the fact that I couldn't even click the Unlock Now button because of bugs, this game isn't really coded well. Oh great, another corporate game by Google. Let's see what this one's all about. This game had a whole cinematic trailer and everything, so hopefully it lives up to what it claims to be. Unsurprisingly, all of the UGCs are either sold out or unobtainable for me. Either that or it's $5 a month for a subscription service I can't use. The main gameplay loop of Diamond District is that it's basically Tower of Hell but with checkpoints, and it actually has pretty high model production value. The main gimmick is that for every single week, you can collect points. Leveling up results in you being able to unlock shortcuts. It doesn't really do anything besides that, though. It's just a normal hobby. You need to get Ruby rank in this game and complete a challenge and teamwork puzzles too? Yeah, no, all the UGCs are sold out. I'd rather not. Tamagotchi Party is actually pretty cute. This was another one that was advertised directly by Roblox, except this time they just did a quote retweet. In my opinion, it's a cute game, but it rehashes a lot of concepts from other games. There is, however, a pet system with special powers in these minigames, making it a bit more unique. There are 3 main minigames that you unlock in the base stages of the game. The first one being a color run race. The second being Tama Bounce Challenge. It's Blade Ball. It's literally just Blade Ball. And Tama Poke Poke. Slap battles. Yeah, some of the games might not be really original, but it's kind of like those all-in-one cartridges that you find on Amazon. Under one global economy and pet system, it's pretty neat. Plus, I haven't checked out the other games. They might be good. It's just I can't really stay here for too long, because there's still one more game I'd like to talk about. The Weeknd Hub. Because nothing says 14% on Rotten Tomatoes like a Roblox tie-in game. All of the UGCs are sold out, but in order for you to actually get any, you had to have complete the game, also known as Reach Floor 30. This game also has like a battle pass too, huh? Now, this game was heavily advertised by Roblox, probably because they get a fat wad of cash for doing so. But I have to see if the quality here checks out. Now, what's the plot of the movie again? This sleep-deprived guy goes on an adventure with someone to explore, like, himself? Emotionally? I don't think they went into a 30-floor elevator and killed a bunch of shadow demons. Yeah, so this is like the Arsenal quest for the games, except if it sucked. There's no upgrades, just the occasional new gun and extra bullets. You eventually gotta do stuff like turn on breakers and fix generators, how original. Except now the game is so hard that all of your teammates die at floor 5. The modeling is good, but the game is just not fun. It's just kill, mindless killing, stay in the place while you run to get more ammo. It gets really tedious if everyone else sucks at the game. A bad game paired with a bad movie, huh? How fitting. And that concludes another adventure into corporate games. As we've seen, some of these games can actually be pretty well made, but at the end of the day, like I said before, all of them are mainly made to advertise their Hey Star? I just got word that the Smurfs made a Grow a Garden clone, like an hour ago. Oh. Well, looks like I'm not out of the woods just yet because the Smurfs just collaborated with the Fortnite studio to make a Grow a Garden game. Surprisingly enough, you can't buy out-of-stock items with Robux, huh? Instead of just collecting and selling, now once you harvest a crop, they go to this silo via balloon, and then they go from a silo to a cart. Which basically is just selling with extra steps, and you can only do so much at a time. There's also a building mechanic, where building stuff hires workers. Cool. There are also upgrades? Wow, this is a semi-unique garden game. And fishing? Okay, so this isn't as much of a clone as I thought, but it's still pretty boring. It eventually just becomes AFKing with eventually sending over carts, and even that can be automated with Robux. All of the textures look kinda flat too, but you can kind of expect that from a Fortnite studio. The game also has a happiness mechanic, but I'm not too sure about that because I haven't played for too long. Being able to use the teleport menu to sequence break and get to areas early says a lot about this game though. Overall, it's, fine, I guess. I don't really know how this fits the Smurfs though. Okay, now we're done. For real this time. Now, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, the fact that all these games try and sell you on something. Whether it be just a simple toy or watching Karate Kid Legends only in theaters May 30, the intent in all these games are clear. However, that doesn't mean you can't have a fun time. The Tamagotchi game looked cute, and the WWE game was decent enough. But overall, the best games on Roblox are probably not the ones actively trying to get you to buy something off the platform. After all these games are probably destined to eventually become private because they lost their brand deal.